Earlier today, they were blocking off different ramps, roadways surrounding the golf course as the investigation kind of pressed ahead. But they were able to get the suspect. And we heard earlier tonight that this individual was actually pretty compliant and surrendered to law enforcement quickly. But Chris, just to kind of go back a little bit and just kind of walk through exactly how we got here. It all unfolded around the 2 o'clock hour, right before 2 p.m. this afternoon. The former president was on the golf course. We're hearing from sources anywhere between the 5th and 6th hole. And typically when the former president plays golf here or at any golf course, he has security detail that has this kind of protective bubble around him. They were out in front and they noticed something suspicious and noticed that an individual, the gunman, was aiming toward the former president. That's when these agents decided to react quickly. They fired, we're told, at least 4 rounds. But they're saying right now it's unclear if the suspect actually fired at the agents. But we're told at this hour, no injuries to report. But obviously, after they heard shots fired, local, state, federal agencies moved in very quickly, securing the area right now, even though that's a security members of the public, if you have any information, if you're in the area, witnessed anything, to contact them right away.
Kathy Park, thank you for that. With me now is NBC's Ken Dilanian and NBC's Tom Winter. And I know, Tom, you have some new reporting from Palm Beach County. You came out here, you were on the phone, you've been on the computer. What's the latest?
Sure thing. So the latest, according to Dave Arenberg, who's the state's attorney there, this case is already going federal. So the state is not even going to bring a prosecution. The reason why the state would do that, this happens in New York when we've seen terrorism cases or other high-profile cases. It allows them to keep that suspect in custody until federal charges can be filed. That's not going to apply here. Arenberg's already saying that this is going to go federal and it's going to go there right away. So the specific types of charges that they could bring still assassination. So it'll be interesting to see whether or not federal prosecutors think they have the evidence to bring that forward. He says that this individual, Ryan Wesley Routh, who's been identified according to 3 senior U.S. law enforcement officials as the alleged suspect here, that apparently he was, quote, lying get to that point in the golf course, and then, as Kathy laid out, it was the Secret Service there that found him. As far as other parts of this investigation, the technology involved here, you can imagine back in the day, so to speak, maybe 5-10 years ago, how long it perhaps would have taken law enforcement to be able to find out where he was. And the fact that he's from North Carolina could have made that more of a challenge, except for here, this witness had the presence of mind not only to get a photograph of the car, but to be able to get the license plate. They put that into a database in their real-time crime center. A lot of law enforcement agencies have this now. They type it in. So if the license, just for sake of conversation, is ABC 1234, they type that in, and then it says, okay,